Lil Boosie Security announced the Duke 093 involvement. Did they tell Duke that he couldn't park in the same parking lot, or was it all a coincidence? To find out, watch the whole video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you're always updated when we post, and make sure you hit the like button and comment. Let's get right to it. So when Lil Boosie pulls up to the gate, the security's on the left, his security's driving, his driver talks to the security, and the security points him, tells him to go straight and take a right. They open up the gate opens up, and Boosie and then their car goes through. Now Duke 093, Duke is right behind him. So Boosie and his driver should have told the security guard, hey, we got somebody following, like he's part of the crew. Just go ahead and let him in behind us. That's what they should have told the security, but I guess that's not what happened, because when Duke went up to the security gate to try to get entrance, because he is supposed to be parking and is a guest of Boosie, the security guard said that he was actually not allowed to enter. So it was at that point where everything kind of took a turn. Everything was looking all weird. Personally, that's when Duke should have just went home. He should have just left right then and there, because it makes no sense to be invited to an event, a concert, and you're really supposed to be there with the VIP. But they don't let you in to the VIP parking when you literally showed up driving back to back with the VIP person, the person who is literally getting the money off all these tickets, right? And so this is where a lot of people think, okay, Duke should have went home at that time, because clearly if they're not letting him into that parking lot and they're telling him where he has to park, then that's where the setup starts looking like it's a setup. Because you can't just have people telling you, no, you have to park here, when you know for sure that the driver who was with Boosie should have just said, hey, give this guy a pass. Let him put the sticker on the window so you know it's just a visitor's pass. But for some reason, they didn't want to give Duke the visitor pass. They said, no, Duke, you can't go in there with Boosie. You have to go and park right here. You have to park away from everybody else. And that's when he basically tried to follow the rules. He was like, look, this is Boosie's day. I'm not trying to start problems. He just tried to go with the flow. And, he didn't want to butt heads and make anybody mad by breaching the security and parking where he wanted to park, or parking next to Boosie, right? So he tried to do what he was told, and they basically led him to the wrong path, man, because you can't just always trust somebody. If they, let's say, even if they're a parking expert, you still can't trust them for them to tell you where to put your vehicle, where to have to park. So you have to actually deal with walking all the way through the door, walking through the dark corners, walking through the dim alley of the parking garage. Like, nobody wants to deal with that. So you shouldn't trust the gate guard to make that decision for you. The decision should have been made for him to enter into the VIP lot. But also the decision should have been made to just go back home or go back to the hotel. It really didn't matter, because if he was to leave the venue, the concert, and go back to the hotel because he couldn't get in, I'm pretty sure that same truck that pulled up to do the hit was already kind of watching him. Like, they were probably already in the area in case Duke didn't go into the concert and he started driving back to the hotel. They would have caught up with him in traffic, because the play had already been put out there. The play would have been ran. But if Duke had not went to the concert parking garage, then it would have been harder for them to get Duke, because they wouldn't know what his next move is going to be. But with the fact that they literally had everything pretty much in the way to where, okay, if he does go and park in this spot in the parking garage, then they already knew what to do. Everybody in the play knew exactly where to be at, where to stand at, who to distract, who not to distract, and just everything basically has a purpose for why they're there. And so you got to understand that with Duke just being him with no team, then it's nobody to be swiveling to keep an eye out, or, having that extra person there. They might be able to get that sense like, oh, I sense that something bad is about to happen. Or they get a funny feeling that we shouldn't park over here. We should go park over there. Or it's like you get a funny feeling that, hey, let's just not go, because you already see that Boosie didn't literally communicate to them enough to try to get you into the VIP. Because the thing is that if Duke, when you get into that VIP parking lot, it's way too many cameras, and it's literally like 10 security guards all up and down that. They got people in the golf carts riding up and down the parking spaces to make sure that nobody parked the handicap, or it's not no damaged window, nothing like that, right? So that's why they didn't want to get Duke into the parking garage, because it would have been hard to do what they were going to do. They wouldn't have been able to do the hit if Duke went into the correct parking location, because it would have been cameras right there. They had 3 guards right by the door, and there were guards watching Boosie's car. So if anybody came down too slow and rolled their window down, the people will be on point. And so that's why Duke had been removed from that protection. That's when they knew, okay, don't let him into this lot, because then the play can't be ran. Well, the play was ran and they got the million. Duke had $1 million on him. He had $1 million. He has half of it cash, half of it jewelry. So what you got to understand is that with everything, him having the $1 million, it was really just like a lick to get the $1 million, y'all. And then the fact that Boosie had to pay $1 million back like so fast, it's almost as if they caught him in that he had to pay to get himself out of that situation. Because you never hear rappers coming on and saying, I need to get $1 million by tomorrow. I need to do this, that. No, they're usually calm. They usually tell you that they already have millions. They usually try to tell you that they already got money. So why did Boosie all of a sudden need $1 million when he's supposed to already be a multi-millionaire? You see, it's like, why would he frantically come out and be in such a hurry to get $1 million when he's supposed to already have millions and millions of dollars? It's like, buddy, Boosie, why didn't you use the $1 million you already have? And it's like, because, okay, that's not your last $1 million. You're supposed to be a big superstar, supposed to be in the game for 20 years or whatever, right? He should have millions and millions by now if you basically moved right with your money. But it seemed like, I guess, if Boosie needed that last $1 million, it was probably because he didn't want to use his, and he was it was an unexpected cost that came up. It could have been tied to the Duke situation. So you guys make sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment down below, let me know what you think, and just stay tuned for another video. I'm going to catch you on the next one.